Have you ever looked around your class and thought, why do some students act smart, talk smart, and even breathe like they're better than everyone else, but still get destroyed during exams? Meanwhile, there's always that one silent guy sits at the back, doesn't raise his hand, never brags, doesn't chase popularity, yet when the marks come out, boom, topper, out of nowhere, like a sniper. You might think, what's his secret? Does he study 24/7? Is he secretly a robot, or just born lucky? Let me introduce you to Kiyotaka Ayanokoji. He's not your typical anime genius. He's not loud, he's not flashy, and no, he doesn't have glowing blue eyes or magic powers. But he has something far more powerful than all of that. Complete psychological control over his emotions, his thoughts, and even how others perceive him. Let's be clear, Ayanokoji doesn't just play the game of school. He plays the people who run it. So if you came here expecting tips like, wake up at 5 a.m. or use colorful sticky notes, you can close this video right now, because that's kindergarten level nonsense for kids who think productivity apps are the answer to everything. This video is for students who are ready to manipulate their own minds, destroy distractions, and become emotionally bulletproof, just like Ayanokoji. And no, this isn't about becoming cold and antisocial. This is about learning how to become so calm, so focused, so unshakable, that even failure starts getting nervous around you. Let me ask you something. Have you ever studied hard, like really hard, and still felt like your brain betrayed you during the test? Like it just decided, hey bro, I forgot everything, good luck. That's because you weren't studying like Ayanokoji. You were studying like a normal person. And let's be honest, normal students get normal results. Normal stress, normal breakdowns, normal anxiety. While Ayanokoji types, they're quietly turning pressure into power behind your back. And here's the scary part. You don't even see it coming, because he's trained himself to be invisible until it's too late. Now, imagine if you could do the same. Imagine walking into class, completely unreadable. Imagine knowing how to learn any topic without motivation. Imagine being so mentally sharp that even your laziness works for you. Imagine manipulating your own emotions, so even fear listens to you. This isn't about pretending to be smart. This is about reprogramming your brain to become dangerous in academics. Quietly, silently, without anyone even suspecting it. You don't need better memory. You need better control. You don't need 10 hours of study. You need to know how your brain actually works. And no, you don't need to become emotionless. You need to become uncontrollable. So, if you're ready to stop being that student who tries too hard and still fails, and instead become the one who seems effortless but dominates everything, then stay with me till the end. Because in this video, I'm going to break down the psychology, the mental strategies, and the emotional armor that made Ayanokoji an academic assassin, and how you can use it to destroy procrastination, hack your memory, and become the kind of student that schools secretly fear. No cheesy motivation, no toxic productivity, just cold, clean mastery like a weapon hidden in plain sight. Let's begin. Part 1. Emotional detachment, the first weapon of a genius. Let's destroy the biggest myth first. Most students fail not because they're lazy, but because they're too emotional. They overthink, they panic, they chase motivation like a crack addict, waiting for some magical feeling before they start. But Ayanokoji doesn't wait for motivation. He acts without it. He's not emotional, he's calculative. Now you might think, but I'm human. I can't shut off my emotions. Yes, you can. Start by disconnecting your feelings from your actions. You don't need to feel like studying. You just need to start. The brain follows this sequence. Emotion to thought to action. But if you reverse it, start with action. Your thoughts and emotions automatically adjust. Want to be emotionless like Ayanokoji? Don't try to feel disciplined. Just do the first 2 minutes of work. Then your brain will catch up and say, oh, we're doing this now? And suddenly, you're focused. Emotion is a tool, not a master. Ayanokoji knows when to show emotion and when to hide it. You need to build the same control. So next time you're tired, unmotivated, or bored, don't fight it. Don't argue. Don't even think. Just do 2 minutes. You'll either trick your brain into working, or you'll at least win the fight of the day. That's how silent geniuses are made. Part 2. Strategic laziness. Outsmarting the system. not grinding in it. Here's another lie you've been sold. Hard work always beats talent. Really? Then why are the hardest working students often ignored? Why do toppers finish early while you're drowning in notes? Ayanokoji doesn't work hard. He works intelligently lazy. Let me explain. He identifies the minimum effective dose. Just like a sniper uses one bullet instead of a machine gun, he uses the least effort for the maximum result. Here's how you do that. 1. Don't study everything. Study what the system actually tests. Look at past papers, patterns, and weightage. Don't be romantic, be ruthlessly practical. 2. Use active recall plus spaced repetition, but even better do exam-style questions instead of passive notes. 3. Set fake deadlines. Parkinson's law. Work expands to fill the time given. Ayanokoji would never give himself 5 days for a 2-hour task. 4. Chunk your attention. Study in 25-minute bursts with full focus. 4 sessions like this equals 100 minutes of bulletproof learning. More effective than 5 hours of half-distracted crap. Remember, strategic laziness isn't being careless. It's about being so efficient, the system bends for you. Part 3. Mastering silence. Turning invisibility into a power. Why does Ayanokoji always look so detached? Why doesn't he flex his intelligence? Because true power hides. It doesn't bark. In school, most students waste energy trying to be noticed. Raising hands, shouting answers, trying to be liked. Ayanokoji? He does none of that. He watches, waits, then strikes. Here's what you learn from that. 1. Silence lets you observe. While others talk, you learn their patterns, their weaknesses, their habits. 2. Silence builds mystery. People can't read you. They respect you more. 3. Silence gives you control. The more you say, the more likely you are to reveal insecurity. Stay quiet, and every word becomes powerful. Want to manipulate a classroom? Don't dominate it. Be the quietest, most observant student. Know everything. Say little. Teachers love quiet toppers. Enemies fear them. Friends, stay loyal to them. That's not charisma. That's intelligent invisibility. Part 4. Emotional armor. Mental warfare against stress, failure, and people. Let's talk about something every student battles silently. Stress, anxiety, fear of failure. Ayanokoji's biggest strength isn't his brain. It's his emotional invincibility. You can insult him, betray him, challenge him, and he'll look at you with that same deadpan face like, you're not even worth my adrenaline. Here's how to build that kind of mindset. 1. Detach from results. Prepare like a beast, but don't let your identity be tied to outcomes. A test is not you. It's just a measurement of your system. Fix the system, not the emotions. 2. Use failure as data. Don't cry. Don't complain. Analyze like a machine. Where did I mess up? What was the root cause? How do I prevent it again? 3. Anticipate setbacks. Most students break because they expect perfection. Ayanokoji plans for chaos. So when it arrives, he's already 3 moves ahead. 4. Don't argue with reality. If the system is unfair, use it. If the teacher is biased, adapt. If the exam is tough, become tougher. Remember, emotions are just signals. You can hear them, but don't obey them blindly. You're the commander, not the soldier. Now you're starting to think like Ayanokoji. Not loud, not desperate, just dangerously effective. In the next part, I'll show you exact strategies he would use to study a textbook in half the time and walk into an exam like it's a vacation. Because being the best student isn't about effort anymore. It's about becoming the system itself. So now you know the truth. You don't need to be loud. You don't need to be motivated. And you definitely don't need to be naturally smart. You just need to become the kind of student who thinks in silence, acts with precision, and never lets emotion choose the next move. That's how Ayanokoji dominates. And now, that's how you begin. But let me ask you this. Do you think his way is right? Or is it too dark? Too emotionless? Too manipulative? Would you rather be respected in silence? Or keep chasing motivation that never lasts? Tell me in the comments right now. Would you rather study like Ayanokoji or live like a normal student? Drop your answer. And if you're brave enough, tell me what part of this video hit you the hardest. Was it the emotional detachment? The strategic laziness? Or the moment you realized you've been studying wrong your entire life? And hey, if you're serious about transforming your brain like Ayanokoji, don't just comment. Commit. Right, I choose the Ayanokoji path. I'll be watching those comments closely. Oh, and one last thing. If this video made you uncomfortable, good. That means it touched the part of your brain that's been sleeping for too long. Wake it up. Rewatch this video. And make sure the next time someone underestimates you, it's the last time they ever do. Silence is your new superpower. Now use it. I'll see you in the next one.